Alright, well, we're heading out for another duck hunt. Yesterday did not go so great. Not a lot of birds in the area. But today is one of those days that a lot of waterfowl hunters dream of. And we have a really strong north wind. Blizzard-like conditions just north of us, and those are going to make their way down towards us throughout the day. By shooting time, I believe we're supposed to have snow. Our shooting time is going to be rain, and then an hour after shooting time it's supposed to turn to snow, and snow throughout the day. And you can probably hear a lot of wind noise right now. It's windy already. I think it's consistent 20-mile-an-hour winds and gusts of 30 to 40, and then as the day goes on it's going to be consistent like 35-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm really hoping those strong winds bring down a lot of birds, because there was not a lot here yesterday. So hoping for a good one. I'm going to get out there and get set up. I'm just about to pull up to the boat ramp and drop the boat in the water and get all set up and see how it goes. Alright, well, Kyle and I are set up today. I know you guys can't see me. It's like 10-15 minutes after shooting time and still pretty stinking dark. There's a lot of cloud cover, so we're gonna wait a little bit before we shoot at some ducks. We've had some teal already in the decoys, but we're kind of waiting on some big ducks, hopefully. If the teal keep coming in perfect, we're gonna start taking some of them, but we're hoping for a good one. Tons of wind right now, which is gonna be a pain in the butt when we go to leave, but we'll deal with it when that time comes. And it's starting to rain a little bit, so not sure how long the camera stuff's gonna stay out. If it starts getting too bad, it's gonna get put away. Well, good things come to those who wait. Got a nice little mallard here. Had a group of 3 or 4, I think, that came in. And I was really the only one that was able to get a good shot on him. Kyle took a couple shots, but they weren't really great angles for him. I'm not really sure if they were even in the GoPro. They came in really good, low right above the decoys, but they kind of hovered off to the left side. But feels good. Finally got a mallard. Glad we waited on those teal, so hopefully we can keep on getting some more mallards in here. Not a ton of movement right now, but I'm hoping that this wind and this blizzard storm just keeps on moving more birds in. Well, it's probably kind of hard to see, but it's starting to snow and sleet pretty good now. Still not seeing a ton of ducks flying, but I think they're going to show up eventually. Alright, well, big camera's getting put away. I'm going to check on the GoPro. It might get put away too. It's starting to snow pretty good, and everything's just starting to get covered, and then it melts, and it's just gonna get wet, and I really don't want to ruin a whole bunch of gear.
What about a waterproof?
That's the last thing I need. I don't know, those are expensive for cameras like this.
Waterproof?
Yeah. But
can you just dip that in latex paint and be waterproof?
No, Dan. You can't.
Sure?
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
So, put it up, and I'll check in with you guys after the hunt's over. I think we might stick it out all day just to see how it goes, and hope some of the other guys leave. But hoping that it gets better as far as duck movement. The weather's awesome. But it's bad, but it's awesome.
Decoys are getting
Decoys are starting to get snowy.
Layer of snow.
So I have to go dip those under the water and hope they don't freeze.
They will.
But I'll check back in with you guys after the hunt's over. Alright, well, just a little update from the phone. Still snowing too much to bring out the big camera or the GoPro, but we had 3 teal come in, came in perfect, landed right in the decoys, jumped them up, and we were able to drop all 3 of them. So now we have a mallard drake and 2 green wing drakes. So not going too bad. Some guys just left, so hoping that relieves a little bit of the pressure on the area. Hoping one more group will get out of here, but I think we'll probably just stick it out for about another hour now that one group left. I'd like to stick it out longer, but my goodness, I don't know if you guys can see the snow back there. I mean, it is crazy. But I think it almost is just too bad of weather for the ducks to be flying. I think they're probably just hunkering down somewhere right now. And with it doing this all day, I don't know that they're ever really gonna fly like we want them to. But we're gonna keep on sticking it out a little bit and see what happens. Alright, just another little update. Still snowing like crazy. Had a gadwall drake come in while I was standing up here talking to Kyle. Landed in the decoys. I didn't even see it, and Kyle starts grabbing his gun to take a shot at it, and it picked up and started flying away. He took a couple shots at it, and then it got out to the left where he couldn't take any more shots, and I was able to run back, grab my gun, went to take a shot, gun went click, racked in another shot, and was able to drop him. So this is actually the first drake gadwall that I've ever shot. Shot a few hens, but no drakes. So now I'm up to 4 and still been really slow. Hence why I was standing up there talking to Kyle. But one group of guys has left so far. I think another group may have been leaving behind us. So now we just have one that's out in front of us and hoping they leave soon. All right, update number 11-7. Still snowing. And we had a pretty good group of mallards come in. I think there's probably about 7 in the group. Kind of skirted off to the left side of the decoys a little bit and went ahead and took shots at them. I messed up my 100% shooting day and missed my first shot, but was able to drop one on my second. And poor Kyle over here missed the one drake that kind of floated off right above the decoys in front of him, and was trying to shoot at the group, so he didn't see those, or that one that went across him. So I'm sitting at 5 ducks now, and we're still sticking it out. It's, I think, about 11:15, so not sure how much longer we're gonna stay. Just kind of hoping some more ducks come in, and so far it's still been pretty slow as far as bird numbers. The ones that we have seen have came in, but you can't really tell back here behind me, but it's really hard to see as far as visibility. So whenever they come in, they've been really surprising us. We've been kind of goofing off, and we look up and they're already right above the decoys. And there's also a lot of seagulls flying around, which you can probably see back there behind me. So they kind of hide themselves in those flocks of seagulls that all of a sudden just drop down. But still gonna stick it out for a little bit longer. All right, it's about 12:45 now, and we had a single teal come in, and Kyle was able to drop that one, and then had some ducks landing off in another spot. So I went over to see where they were going over to land at. We've had some other guys hunt over there before, and they always seem to do fairly well, so I wanted to see where exactly the ducks liked it over there, and went over there, and there's only 5 of them over there, but they jumped up, and as I was coming back, 3 mallards were coming into the decoys, and so I hid back behind where Kyle was at, and one of them dropped down, the other 2 were still pretty high, and I didn't think Kyle saw them, so I was going to take a shot. Whiffed my shot, and then Kyle cleaned it up, so he now has 2 green-winged teal, a drake mallard, and then I have the 2 drake mallards, 2 drake green-wings, and a drake gadwall. So I still need just 1 more, and I'm really holding out for another mallard. And Kyle needs 3 more. All right, hold on. Would you please stop? Goodness. All right, well, finally had another group of ducks work in. I don't know what the heck Kyle's doing. We had 5 of them working us pretty good. Had a drake land off on the left side of the spread. He got really low. He didn't actually land, and then picked up, and they started circling again, and I was instantly regretting not taking the drake. Luckily, hit him with the call. They came back around again, and I don't know if it was the same drake or if it was another one, but he sat down in about the same exact spot and landed on the water, was swimming around, and we were waiting to see if the other 4 would come in. they didn't end up coming in, and he had jumped up, so went ahead and took him rather than continuing to wait and see if the other 4 worked. So I shot that one, so I'm at my limit, and Kyle needs 3 more. So we're gonna keep on sticking it out a little bit longer and see if we can get just a couple more for him. All right, well, we are gonna go ahead and get out of here. Just not seeing the movement that we want to keep us here. I think it's about 10 o'clock now, and with it being a Sunday and having to work tomorrow after a long 4-day weekend, definitely need to get back and chill out a little bit so we can get rested up for the work week. So we're getting out of here, and today was an awesome day. We ended up with 9 ducks. I had my 6, Kyle had 3. So that was really cool. Was really glad we got to shoot some mallards, and really wish we could have got a few more mallards, but you know, you can't complain about 9 ducks, especially to come out on a day like today where wind is blowing like crazy, it's snowing, all that stuff. Just a day you look forward to hunting. Being able to get out and shoot some ducks was really awesome. That was a little bit of a struggle. Really wish I could have had the cameras out to really film some more, but I don't want to lose camera gear, and yeah, it is what it is. But now the real struggle starts. Got a ton of snow in the boat, and we have to fight the wind all the way back to the boat ramp. This morning we had the wind at our back. Now we're going to be going into the wind, so it's going to be a cold struggle of a ride.